What up, everybody? I'm about to change the name of this channel from Randy in the Raw to Randy in the Car. This is where I seem to be doing all of my videos. So today I wanted to talk about the mental aspect of all of this and what I've done to pull myself out of the hole I was in, and what I'm still doing to actively stay in a positive mindset. So let's start with where I was at. So basically, for a long time, I lived in the past. Everything I ever did or thought about or ever, it was all past. Like, there was a lot of regret and a lot of things I did that caused like a slight depression, and it was pretty bad. Like, you don't really notice it when you're in it. You're just kind of irritable. You're tired. You don't really want to talk to anybody. You don't really want to be around anybody. You're just kind of going through the motions, and it's not the way. It's just definitely not the way you want to live. I locked myself in my room basically after work every day for like 6 months and just wrote it out, not really knowing that I had a problem, just thinking that I just was irritable or tired. I usually just blamed it on being tired all the time, like, oh, I worked hard at work, so I'm tired. That's why I'm crabby, yada yada yada. Whatever excuse I made myself. But and also that caused me to eat a lot, put a lot of weight on, which further which put me into a deeper depression, because you're not happy with your body, you're not happy with your job or whatever. You might have issues at home, whatever the situation may be. It just makes things worse. So up until recently, like, unfortunately in my case, there was a life event that happened that caused me to self-reflect and kind of just like really reevaluate my life. And I started reading some stuff online, watching some videos on how to pull yourself out of negative mindsets, and just a way to how to forgive yourself. Like, it's really what it comes down to. If you live a life of regret, it's just because you never forgive yourself for the things that you've done. You may never forgive people for the things they've done to you. And until you're able to get in a positive mindset, it's going to be really hard to lose the weight. And I know that losing the weight would help put you in a positive mindset, but if you don't have that positive outlook and that willingness to go, you might not have the motivation to do the things you need to do. You might not have the control that you need to continue with this journey that you're going to be on. So I just want you to think about one thing. When you think about a negative situation that has happened in the past, like whatever the situation is, it could be anything, just anything that was negative, anything at all. When you think about that situation, you might not realize it, but when you think about the situation, it puts your body and mind into that situation at that current point in time when that happens, and you start to have those feelings again. You start to have the irritability, the anger, the sadness, whatever the situation was. And that past situation just dictated your future. That situation, whatever it was, put you in a mindset that put you in a negative place that controlled your entire day. And that could just be something that you go out in the day and go out to work, and something happens or whatever, or someone makes you mad, and you let that one person in that one situation make you mad for your entire day. Like, they literally controlled your entire mood for that whole day. And like, there's times where you guys will go and you'll think about these things, and it can control an entire week, and it puts your mind and your body back in that situation, and it puts you back into that depression or that anger or that anxiousness or whatever that situation, whatever the feelings are from the situation that you were in. Like, it controls your future. And that's really like kind of what stuck with me. So like when I can tell you guys all the time, forgiveness is accepting that you cannot change the past. And that's literally what it is. You can't change the past. And if you don't forgive yourself, every time you think about the past, you're going to have those same emotions, and those same emotions are going to trigger the same feelings, and those feelings are going to trigger you to eat. And it's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle that we all needed to break. Thankfully, after doing some reading, I was able to break mine, and I just got into a positive place, and it's like, all I'm focused on right now is today, and I'm making plans for my future. I'm no longer living in the past, thinking that my past is going to dictate my future. And that's what my problem was. I lived in the past, so I automatically thought that it was going to repeat itself. And it only repeated itself because I was living in it day in and day out. I was causing these things, I was causing these moods, these emotions, and I lived it every day. And it's not good for relationships, it's not good for friendships. And overall, it's just not good for yourself. So you guys just really need to think about that. Just think about that forgiveness part. You got to forgive yourself for everything. Forgive yourself for why you are where you are. Forgive yourself for why you're overweight. Forgive yourself for whatever you did in your past. You have to forgive yourself. It's not living a life of regret and living in the past. It's not the way to live. So I hope you guys can take a little something away from this, and I'll talk more about my past and the things that caused me to live in it, and I'll just expand on the topic at some point. But I just wanted to cover a basic and get a video, and this wasn't too long. Already 6 minutes in. This happened so quickly. But yeah, it's about all I wanted to cover today, and I just hope you guys can forgive yourselves and just accept that you can't change the past, and all you can do is plan for your better future. All right, see you guys.